wits and bring her back! Now! What do you want, you crazy freak?
Ooh, girl trouble, sir. Well, I could slice her nicely for you, but I presume you still want her alive and kicking.
Presume? I do not pay you to presume. Forget Mariko. My troops will take care of her. I trust that you can handle the little one.
With delicacy, sire.
Run, Kai! Don't look back! Just run! It's only a game, remember?
Oh, we're having so much fun, Enrico. Do you want to play it through? Yes.
Heavenly Sword walkthrough, playthrough, whatever you want to call it. It's just a video playthrough of me doing Heavenly Sword, and this is the part of the 4th chapter, so the second to last chapter, and Kai is just not having a good time. She got hit with an arrow at the end of the last video, or maybe it was the beginning of this one, and now the Flying Fox is chasing her, or maybe he already kidnapped her. I didn't watch that cutscene, so whatever's happening, Kai is not having a good day, and we have our Heavenly Sword back. We get to play the rest of the game, thankfully, as Nariko now, no more of that Kai stuff. And we also have to deal with way stronger enemies than we've ever had to before. It's pretty much at this point onward we're going to be dealing with these giant hammer guys, which were kind of easy to kill as Kai because we could just hit him in the head, but they're a little bit worse as Nariko because they block pretty much every single attack, and their attacks are also, for me anyway, they're really dang hard to try to counter, so I don't really know what the heck was going on with that. But as I've said before, and I don't think that guy actually died. He was still squirming. I thought I killed him because I went over and I pushed square, but nothing happened. But yeah, he didn't die. He came back, so that was kind of annoying. But thankfully here on this bridge, we can knock them off of the edge of the bridge. And if you can do that with a couple of shield breaking attacks, but trying to get that combo going while you have 4 other guys attacking you is not the easiest thing in the world. And that's really the thing that bothers me about fighting games that want you to use like these really long combos. You can push the start menu in this game and open up all the combos and see what they all are. Some of them are like 6 or 7 moves long, and I don't know how the heck they expect you to pull that off, because by the time you get halfway through, someone's attacking you and you're gonna take damage. It's gonna break your combo, and you're just like, well, why would I do that? You know, why wouldn't I just stick with the shorter attacks? And it was kind of the issues I had with the earlier God of War games, although it was a lot better done in God of War 3. Batman. The Batman games are another fighting game that they don't really have a whole lot of combos. They do have some, but they're a lot better in my opinion. And in those ones, you know, you could counter anybody very easily. You just had to have the quick reaction to do it. And that made the combat way more fun because you didn't have to worry so much about breaking your combo because you could just counter them and then continue it. And that was kind of the way to fix it. But we haven't had a real fighting game like that since the Batman series, since Arkham City launched. And that one had such a botched PC launch that, you know, I'm going to be surprised if they ever... I'm pretty sure they said they're not making another Batman game again, but I'm a little bit surprised we haven't had any other kind of... Maybe we've had one like Spider-Man. I don't know how Spider-Man played. I heard that was like Batman. Maybe not, though. I don't know. So the fighting games like Heavenly Sword and God of War seem to have kind of dropped off popularity. And there was the new God of War in 2018, but that still wasn't really quite the same thing. That was much different combat than the other God of Wars were. Well, these are the annoying fast enemies that I've talked about in earlier videos, and we're going to be running into them pretty often too. So they attack very quickly, and as I've said, it's kind of hard to get combos off onto them. They like to block everything you send, but they're pretty easy to counter, and that's how I end up killing a lot of them. But again, just try to get them on the ground. Oh wait, no, you can't do that very much. What I meant was if you try to get them on the ground, they jump up pretty quickly, so you can't really use that tactic on these guys either. The thing I've just found is just try to hit them as hard as you can with the power moves. They don't seem to be able to defend those very much, or at least there's some logic behind this, I guess, because they're pretty short little, you know, ninjas. It makes sense if you use a big giant two-handed sword and swipe on them. They probably wouldn't be able to stop that, so anyway, that does seem to work. And then once they're dead, we have to deal with even more of these hammer guys. Now, this whole video is just fighting on this bridge over and over and over again, and then we get to do a little mini puzzle, and this stupid puzzle at the end of this video, it took me, I don't know how many tries to actually get it, but I cut out all of the failed attempts. There's only the successful attempt. That's the only one we have to worry about. And, yeah. So, I guess there's more Noriko here, or Kai.
Neither can I. I'm beginning to get bored playing with this twittering dormouse. And when
And she's getting hunted like crazy by the flying fox, so there's even more of these fast ninjas, and for some reason these guys aren't really even that bad right here. They kind of go down pretty easily, but there's a point later on, it's on one of the final levels, where they beat me up like crazy. The other kind of, I guess, novelty of these enemies is that if you do counter them, they will sometimes counter your counter, and you have to push the button that shows up on the screen, and if you don't do that, then they'll hurt you. So just keep that in mind if you do actually manage to counter one of these guys. But I try to, and it's kind of strange because Noriko auto-blocks, but it's almost like sometimes she blocks but retaliates, so you can't actually counter anything, but it doesn't do any damage to you when they're attacking you. And the auto-blocking system is just the strangest thing. Like, I don't know, it's weird that they decided to go that way. I guess they thought that's all they had to do. And right there, I think, yep, I got countered because I didn't push square because those stupid, like, split second, oh, you gotta push one of the 4 buttons things never really registers in my head. But they're gonna go down pretty easily. And then there's gonna be 2 of these guys left with a bunch more of these giant hammer guys coming up, and this is probably going to be the worst part in this chapter, is this little section right here. But this is a new level, so if you do fail here, you'll get your health back. Of course, I think we got it back anyway, and I don't know if there's any urns. Yeah, it looks like there's urns on the other end of the bridge. There's one glowing, so if you need health, you can go buy that. And once these guys are dead, I think that's it for the fighting, and then we're going to do the puzzle, which is just another throw a shield at a gong to open up the way, and then we'll continue on in the next video.